Digital Romance TV.
Hi everyone, welcome to digitalromance.tv. I'm Kimberly Seltzer, a dating and makeover expert, and I draw upon my experience as a therapist to really give an inside-out approach to helping you look and feeling your best. And what better way to feel good than to create chemistry in a relationship, right? I hear all the time from my clients, they'd go out on dates or they meet up with someone and they say, Kim, I just don't have any chemistry with that person. And I'm here to tell you that there are ways to not only look at how you can create attraction and chemistry, but it will also help you better understand yourself and what creates that for you. So in today's topic, I want to talk about attraction triggers. Now, there are 4 of them, and I invite you to take a piece of paper, and if you're a visual learner, I would actually draw a big circle, and we're going to put each category inside the circle, almost like pieces of pie. And in each quadrant, I want you to write a percentage of how important each trigger is for you. I also want you to define each trigger, because that's really important. What is defined as attraction, say in the first one, which is physical. I want you to really look at what makes up physical attraction for you. Does it mean that this person has to be tall, the color hair, the physique? What does it for you? Okay, and then I want you to put a percentage to it. The second is emotional. What we think about in attraction usually is on the outside, but love and connection actually happens when two people really are feeling an emotional connection towards one another. And when you meet somebody, are you really feeling an emotion towards that person? Often I will give exercises to clients and I will tell them to start sharing stories and saying personal things about themselves so that they create that emotional connection. And you know what? They come back and tell me, I actually had a spark tonight when I shared a story. So there are things you can do to create things in each area. Okay, the third one is intellectual. The physical and even the emotional sometimes kind of dies off after a while. We know this in long-term relationships and in marriages. But the thing that can really sustain a relationship is having that intellectual common ground. And that can really stimulate things for yourself and for you guys as a couple. Okay, and the fourth one is spirituality. And everybody, defines spirituality differently. It doesn't necessarily have to be religion. It could be also just something that you feel. People get spirituality in yoga. But, when two people have a certain alignment with that spirituality, it also makes for a better kind of attraction for you. So, in sum, look at the 4 areas: physical, emotional, intellectual, and did I say spiritual? Spiritual. And if you do that for yourself, I also invite you to compare how it is when you first meet somebody, then maybe 3 or 4 dates. Does your pie change? Do the percentages change? Most likely they will, because first impressions always are a little bit different, and what kind of creates that. That's why I always tell people, if there's enough common ground, try to go out with them again, maybe 2 or 3 dates, and see if it changes for yourself. All right, I will see you soon.
If you've got a cell phone in your pocket or purse right now, then you've got everything you need to create incredible romance and passion with the man or woman in your life at the push of a button. Go to digitalromance.tv/TRB to see Michael Fiore make an entire audience of women in The Rachel Ray Show swoon and learn how to use tiny little text messages to have the relationship of your dreams.